While Vladimir Putin continues to expend billions of dollars each day on the war against Ukraine, conditions within Russia itself are worsening rapidly. The first signs of deep internal strain are now visible, as one Russian region has begun experiencing disruptions in the supply of basic goods. Independent economist Vyacheslav Shiryaev drew attention to this emerging crisis, noting that shortages have already appeared in the northern part of Krasnoyarsk Krai. Several villages in this remote Arctic area are reportedly struggling to access even the most essential food products. According to Sergei Sizonenko, a member of the Regional Legislative Assembly who recently visited Khatanga, the reality on the ground is significantly worse than what is presented in official reports. He admitted that local stores no longer have even the simplest necessities, including basic items like salt. Residents blamed the situation on the region's isolation and lack of reliable transportation links. With passenger and cargo flights becoming irregular or unavailable, remote settlements are effectively cut off. This has resulted in empty shelves, limited supplies, and growing anxiety among local communities, who fear the situation will deteriorate further as winter conditions intensify. Shiryaev described the situation as a disturbing paradox. As the war enters its fourth year, the Russian government continues projecting power abroad, yet it cannot ensure basic food deliveries within its own borders. He noted that the logistical system is so strained that in some areas, people are preparing to rely on traditional reindeer teams to transport food from distant supply points, an image that highlights the severe infrastructural failures now unfolding. These shortages reflect a broader economic crisis that has been quietly deepening across Russia. Data from 2025 shows immense disparity in profits and losses across industries. The overall economic profit pie has significantly shrunk, and what remains is distributed in ways that starkly differ from pre-war patterns. Banks and companies connected to defense contracts are among the few sectors still thriving, while civilian industries are struggling badly. Retail has suffered a sharp decline as Russian households reduce spending. Construction firms are facing serious financial instability, with some companies nearing bankruptcy and workers appealing directly to Putin for intervention. Coal mining, once a major source of regional employment and revenue, has fallen into such severe decline that experts warn a repeat of the 1990s miners' protests is increasingly possible. In regions like Tver, wage arrears have grown dramatically, contributing to growing social tension. The numbers illustrate the scale of the downturn. Before the full-scale invasion, retail businesses earned around 7 trillion rubles in 2021. By 2024, that figure had collapsed to just 2.8 trillion rubles. Coal mining has suffered a similarly steep reversal, shifting from a profit of 752 billion rubles in 2021 to a staggering 113 billion ruble loss in 2024. These economic failures are transforming the internal landscape of Russia, where even close connections to the state no longer offer financial protection. Shiryaev summed up the situation by comparing it to an inverted version of an old revolutionary slogan. Instead of improving conditions for ordinary citizens, he suggested that the current system appears to prioritize institutions tied to power and war, while everyday shops, businesses, and consumers bear the burden of economic decline.